Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Sully. As you can see, we are down here on the water. Behind me here, I've got the latest Southport 33 DC build. The guys, again, stepped up and knocked this one out of the park to make this truly special, one-of-a-kind DC for our client down in Maryland. So let's go give you guys a quick walkthrough of what we've got going on this boat. First thing is we're walking up here. You'll see this A-pillar right here on the window. We've gone ahead on this one and we've actually blacked that out. I've seen a lot of these. They all come from the factory with white. I always wanted to do a black. Thankfully, the client was nice enough to let me do it. So I think it's a really nice feature, kind of blends everything in really nicely there. And as we look up on top up there, you'll see we've got our rigid light bar, we've got our FLIR 300C camera, our digital cell phone antenna, and our radar. You'll also see our VHF antennas right there, and those are actually set up on a hand crank, so those can be lowered down because he's got a bridge that he has to pass under from time to time. So it's just a quick hand crank, you can lower the antennas down. So let's go on board and let's check out all the other cool stuff that's going on this boat. All right, so as we jump on board, we're just talking about those manual antennas. So here they are right here. These very easy hand crank. We can raise and lower our VHF antennas and tuck those out of the way. And again, we have one on either side. You'll notice those are paralleling our Fusion signature speakers. So as we make our way forward, you'll notice we've got a LG TV mounted here for the aft deck. And in this particular mode, it's Apple TV, but it's also doing screen mirroring from our port display right there. So as you'll see here, we've got our fish finder, we've got our FLIR camera, and our Seakeeper. So we can bring up whatever's showing on that display back here. So if the guys are fishing and they want to see what's going on, get a little better view instead of having to mount a whole other display back here for, you know, $6,000-$7,000. Get a $200 TV and you can see it pretty well back here and really see what's going on with everything right there. So as we make our way forward here, you'll notice we have a pair of the 8616 XSV displays. Like we talked about here, these are all set up for, you know, whatever we want to do. In this case, we've got a split screen with, like we said, with the FLIR, the sounder, and the radar, or rather the Seakeeper. We have our Lumishore controls over here. This boat is also done up with full Empirbus digital switching. So as this goes ahead and gets ready to come online here, you'll see we have our wiper controls, our anchor lights, our nav lights. We can go in here and control our different things with underwater lights and things of that nature. So we've got all of those controls there. We also have this 9-inch display down here that we can do anything we want with. And if for some reason we don't want to be running, you know, we want to have all our screens on for something else and not have our digital switching, we still have quick access right here. That's our horn button, our nav lights, our bilge pump, and our rigid light bar. So very quick, easy access. You know, at a moment's notice, you can go ahead and we can grab those things. So for situational awareness and quick response, that's a great way to go. And then you'll notice right beside it here, we have our scan strut wireless phone charger. So we've got that guy in there, and you'll notice that is on the phone display right there. We're actually monitoring the boat. That is Garmin's on-deck hub. That's on this boat. So this boat has got the full Garmin treatment with pretty much everything between on deck and Empirbus and all the displays and everything else. So we've got our Yamaha CL7 display beside it right here. So that kind of gives us our upper level of the helm right there. And as we go below the Edson Helm here, you'll see we have our Seakeeper display right here from the factory one. So if we don't want to display it up there, we have it right there. Our VHF mic with the remote control for the volume. Our Garmin card reader right here, so if we want to run our G3 Vision chart cards, that's set up right there. So we've got all that. So very nice, very easy, and everything's really accessible. So that was really nicely done. But what I also think doesn't get shown enough, and massive, massive kudos to our team for what they were able to pull together. I know they wanted to kill me with all the stuff I wanted to throw into this boat here, but if we go ahead and we pop this helm open, let's take a look at what's going on behind the scenes here. And you'll see we've got our AIS, we've got our two of our Empire modules, our Apple TV, another Empirbus module, our Garmin on deck, a couple of Netgear router hubs, 110 power. You know, we've got all of our NEMA. We can see everything is wired back here, the back side of the Bocatech switches. Everything is nicely labeled, easily run. We've got our air conditioning vents right here for the AC on board as well. You'll notice all of our fuse panels right here. Everything's cleanly labeled, easy to access, easy to work on. So that's just, you know, one of the things we do here is it's not just got to be pretty on the outside, it's got to be good on the inside. It's got to look good. So that is this Southport 33 DC. It's the latest one down the line. It's got a Seakeeper. It's got a pair of 425s back there, and it's got the works. It's got a full Fusion sound system in it. This boat got a 6-channel Fusion amp and a 4-channel Fusion amp. That is driving a pair of 10-inch subs and 3 pairs of the Fusion Signature 6.5-inch speakers. Those have all been dialed in with the digital tuning. Those are all taken care of. This boat's ready to rip. If you're going to be down on the Chesapeake, you're going to hear it. You're probably going to see it. So that's it. That's all we've got. That is the Southport 33 DC. You guys thinking about doing a build? Doesn't have to be a Southport, doesn't have to be a Sabre, doesn't have to be a Back Cove, doesn't even have to be a new boat. You guys thinking about doing a build? Now is the time to reach out to us. Book with us right now for the winter. We're booking winter projects. Let's refit your boat. Let's talk mild to wild. We'd love to get you guys taken care of. Reach out to us, sales@navtronics.com, and maybe you can't afford to do that. Maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you're still thinking about it. Give us a follow on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook @Navtronics, and check out all the other cool stuff we got going on. Our team is crushing it. We have stepped up continually and been knocking it out of the park with these builds. I can't say thank you to those guys enough. So you want the magic touch? Reach out to us. We'd love to work with you. Peace.